Super Bowl 52, or in Roman numerals, Super Bowl LII, which stands for Long Inconvenient Intrusion. Of course, we all know that Minneapolis is hosting the game this year, and the Minnesota Vikings had a real chance at becoming the first team ever to play the Super Bowl at home. So many people were rooting for them. Even legendary Vikings coach Bud Grant said that he would be, quote, pulling as hard as anyone, while former kicker Blair Walsh said he would be pulling hard left. And for a time, there was hope. I mean, who could forget the Minneapolis Miracle, the thrilling last-second win that gave Minnesotans their one emotional outburst of the year? But the Minneapolis Miracle quickly led to the Philly fuck-up. After scoring just one in the first quarter, the Vikings lost 38-7 to the Philadelphia Eagles. That's right, the Vikings melted faster than the Arctic ice caps. And that might sound harsh, but watching that game was just as depressing as global warming. So now the Super Bowl will be played between the New England Patriots and the Eagles, which means their fans will soon be coming here in droves. On one side, you have Patriots fans who are generally entitled, smug, and self-righteous, but frankly, that's the kind of fan base we're used to. All right. Divided the room. Excellent. On the other side, you have fans from Philadelphia, the birthplace of America, and of people who you don't want coming to your city. To give you some perspective, this is a fan base that had a jail in their old stadium, that decided to put Millie Wall, the sweet 99-year-old Vikings fan, in her place. Yeah. And the city that... The fan base that caused their own city of Philadelphia to prep for the game by greasing their own light poles, which didn't even work. And if that's not enough, at one point, an intoxicated Philly fan, which, to be honest, is a redundant phrase, an intoxicated Philly fan punched a police officer and the horse he rode in on. That's how they celebrate when they win in their own city. That means if they lose here, get ready for them to headbutt some tanks. So that's right, the personification of the words "fuck you" are headed straight for our fair city, which may have you asking, what have we done to deserve this? Is it too late to switch locations? Can we just move it to Wisconsin? I mean, then nothing important would be destroyed. But it's not just marauding Patriots and Eagles fans who will be coming to the Twin Cities. No, it's also marauding rich people. Because the Super Bowl is a big deal, and like any big deal, rich people blindly flock to it like moths to a flame or birds into US Bank Stadium. Officials... I love that groan belly laugh, and it seems like that's all I'm gonna get. Officials estimate over 1 million people will be coming to the Twin Cities for the next 2 weeks, which presents a big opportunity for Minneapolis. This is when we finally get a catchphrase, something the rest of the city can remember us by. All the great American cities have them. Las Vegas has what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. New York has the city that never sleeps. And Milwaukee has, oh, that smell? Definitely urine. So what did the Twin Cities come up with? Well, Bold North. That's right, Bold North, which honestly sounds like the name of an energy drink you can only buy with parental permission. Yes, we are the Bold North, the kind of place where people are bold enough to endure sub-zero temperatures, create castles out of ice, and elect Jesse the Body Ventura as governor. So proud. And the Bold North is the only place where you can zip line over the Mississippi River. That's right, thousands of people have paid $30 each for the rare opportunity to zip line over the Mississippi and get frostbite at 30 miles per hour. It's just the thing that will get visitors to say, "Whoa, so bold, dude," and "Man, it's so fucking bold outside." And you can pry the zip line off my bold, dead hands. But nothing was quite as bold as when the city of Minneapolis removed hundreds of homeless people from downtown shelters so they wouldn't be near US Bank Stadium. While that might sound heartless, just a year ago the city invested millions of dollars to build housing for a poor, helpless NFL team. For those of you who don't know, the NFL is a multi-billion-dollar organization devoted to dressing grown men in spandex, shoulder pads, and concussions. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple combination. And while the league is expected to make nearly $1 billion off the Super Bowl festivities alone, they still ask for 10,000 Minnesotans to serve as guides for free. They are called Crew 52, and they each get a fluorescent blue jacket, a purple hat, and lots of no money. Maybe if they do a good job, they could pay the NFL to paint their fence. To prepare Crew 52 volunteers for the game, the NFL has created an official training video. Take a look.
Howdy, name's Rip Hamilton, and I've been a volunteer at every single Super Bowl since 1967. I've seen it all. When Vince Lombardi hoisted the very first Super Bowl trophy, I was there. The previous week to set up some barricades. When the Miami Dolphins completed their perfect season in 1974, I was there. The previous Tuesday to set up more barricades. And just last year when the New England Patriots came back from 24 points down to win it all, you're damn right I was there to take down some barricades I had set up before. Let me be the first to congratulate you for being accepted into Crew 52, our 10,000 strong volunteer team. Now, with over 1 million visitors coming to the Twin Cities, well, they're going to need hosting, they're going to need guiding, and in some cases, emotional validation. It happens. Now, even for a multi-billion-dollar organization like the NFL, that's a tough task. That's why the NFL needs you to work for nothing. The purpose of this video is to prepare you for any situations you may find yourselves in. Now, as a member of Crew 52, you are to be the face of Minnesota. Doughy, judgy, and probably white. Now, if that sounds like a lot, don't worry. I'll be dropping pearls of wisdom through the whole thing. I call them rip tips. Now that that's out of the way, let's look at some common scenarios you may find yourself in. With so many visitors coming to Minneapolis, not everyone is going to know how to get around. You're probably going to hear some questions that really make you wonder.
Excuse me, how do I get to the stadium from here?
Are you serious?
Flag on the play! Excessive rudeness! Now, try to avoid rolling your eyes and internally judge them, like any good Minnesotan would. Volunteer number 2496, let's try that again.
Excuse me, how do I get to the stadium from here?
Why? Just orient your body 45 degrees and start walking forward.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, great job! Rip tip number 1. Assume everyone is drunk off their ass. Now, the majority of questions you receive will be easy, like where can I get a Juicy Lucy, or what even is St. Paul? But once in a while, you'll get a real humdinger. Let's see how our friend volunteer number 7124 handles this.
Excuse me, how was this stadium financed?
Well, let me tell you what I think about it.
Flag on the play, unsportsmanlike opinion. Now, we don't pay you to think. In fact, we don't pay you, so don't think. Anytime the subject of stadium financing is brought up, just recommend a good sushi place.
I'm not really sure, but I can tell you where to get a mean California roll.
Hell of a job there. Rip tip number 2. Be sure to stay away from the following subjects. Yeah, none of these. Well, no.
Boo! No!
Oh no. It's one of those protesters, forcing us to think about things and consider other points of view. What a buzzkill. But what can you do about it? Volunteer number 3977, show us how it's done.
Boo! Boo! Ooh.
Now isn't that better? Rip tip number 3. If you encounter any protesters with a catchy rhyming chant, try to counter with one of your own, like the NFL does really well, or football is football. God, I almost had it there. This is hard. I don't know. Well, I hope this video's been helpful and you're excited to be a member of Crew 52. For the National Football League, I'm Rip Hamilton, and we'll see you at the big game. But only if you buy a ticket. You're not allowed in the stadium game day, right? I mean, that's been made clear, correct? Yeah.